guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So I was challenged by the lovely Lisa at Handmade from Lisa to do a Happy Mail scrap pack kind of thing. And she has coordinated this with a couple people, and she challenged me to come along for the journey. So basically what her idea, and I'll link her video below so you can, hear it from her directly. But basically the idea was to use up your scraps, but to gift them to others, maybe in just, like random act of kindness, kind of happy mail, or, anything like that. Just to kind of share our scraps, because we all have paper pads. And we might have, I might have some that someone else has never seen, or vice versa. So, that kind of thing. And you can use up your scraps that way. And, maybe get some papers that you've never had before as well. So she has created a hashtag for this particular challenge. It is hashtag HM for Happy Mail scrap packs. So if you want to join in with us, you can make some of these and put them on social media and use this hashtag so we can all see what everyone is creating. And I was thinking about challenging someone, and I did not talk to her ahead of time, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I would like to challenge Dee Dee Farrago, and I know I'm saying that wrong, to come along and do this with us. So if you have time, Dee Dee, I think it would be lovely if you could do this as well. So what I have done here is I have made 3 of them, and I was going to show you those, and then I thought we would make one together today as well. So the first 2 I have are from, and okay, let me preface this by saying, yes, I have a lot of scraps in a box, and I will be making some of these packs with those scraps. But I also have a lot of paper pads that I have purchased that I have never used, and they've just been sitting in a bin. And they're beautiful, and I love them. That's why I bought them. But I just haven't used them. They haven't been right for a project that I've done so far. So I kind of created scraps for the 3 that I have made so far, out of a couple of paper pads that were just sitting that I have not used, if that makes sense. So what we're going to be doing today is not from my scrap stash, which is sitting over here and will be dealt with accordingly. But I wanted to use up also some of the pads of paper that I have that have just been sitting for upwards of a year, since I've started collecting stuff. So the first 2 that I made came from this beautiful paper pad. It is The Whimsical World, and it's by Die Cuts with a View. I honestly can't remember where I got this. I am guessing Tuesday Morning. That is my my educated guess, but it's beautiful. It has, lots of like glittery and foiled pages. It's really pretty. I love it. It just hasn't been right for a project yet. So the first 2 were made with that one. And what I did, I got the construction ideas from Lisa. These were not original ideas, but let me take all the paper out here and I'll show you how I constructed these a little bit. So I took one of the sheets, the 12 by 12 sheets, and I cut it down to 6 inches, I believe. Whoops. Actually, it is 5 inches across, and I left the length of 12 inches, and I folded it up to leave a space, you know, so that you would have a pocket here. I think it ended up being, and it doesn't matter, 5 inches. Yeah, so my pocket is 5 inches as well. And then you have, actually, yeah. So it's 12 inches and then folded up, so a 5-inch pocket. We'll get there, guys. It's Monday morning. And I rounded the corners. And then in the back of that paper pad, let me see if I can find, there it is. There was a sheet that looked like this. And as you can see, I cut out a couple pieces to make front pockets. So this is made the exact same way, just a different piece for the front pocket. So you have 2 pockets to put all your fun stuff in. And then I just, like I said, I created scraps. So I literally just cut down a bunch of the pages into various sized strips and tuck those in there. So I thought that turned out super cute. And I think, you know, I would be thrilled to get paper that I don't have. You know what I mean? Because we all get stuff from different stores, different parts of the country have different things. So I think that would be super fun. And then, yeah, and it's fairly thin, as you can see. So you can put that in, you know, a regular like 6x9 mailing envelope, and it wouldn't cost you very much to send that first class. This is not very heavy either. So there's the first one, and then this is exactly the same, just a little different on the front. And then the third one that I did, I made out of this paper pack, and this one I know I got at Hobby Lobby because it's Paper Studio and I got it on clearance, and I love it. And I actually have used a couple of the pages. I've used the black and white butterflies and the colored butterflies and this black and white really pretty pattern here. But for the most part, that's all I've used so far. Well, I have used some other, but anyway, I love this, but I also thought that it would be nice to share it. So that's what I used for the third one. And instead of using the paper as the base, I used a file folder and made it more of a booklet type. And then I used the papers, and we're gonna make one similar to this today. Let me take these out. I put a pocket on the front here, just using a piece of the folder. And then I matted everything with papers from the pack, and I'll show you how I made it. But I thought that was super cute too. And I just love these bicycles. Like, how cute are those? So, whoops. We're gonna make one like this today, a little different. I cut my folder slightly smaller, but still fairly thin, and you can fit that, I think it's like 5 something across, so you could fit that in a 6x9 mailing envelope as well. Super cute. All right, so let me show you how I did it. I have a bunch of these file folders that are not really folders, they're more like pockets. So they're, you know, they're connected on the sides. And what I did was I cut off the, you know, where it's connected here, literally right up against that edge on both sides, so it would be open. And I cut off the top part. And so I was left with a folder. For the one I'm making today, I cut it down to 4 1/4 across, because I wanted this to end up being about 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, because the pieces of paper that I have cut are 4 by 6. So I wanted to be able to use those as my mats, if that makes sense. But I left the length the way it was after I trimmed off those ends. So I think it ends up being, let's see, I'm gonna do it this way. It ends up being 9 5/8 across, or lengthwise, but we're gonna fold this up to make pockets. And as you can see, this is a really like janky folder. It's been kind of sitting around and it's not beautiful, but that's okay because we're gonna cover everything up. So how I did this was, I'm gonna get my scoreboard out here. Like I said, I want it to end up being, we're gonna do it this way. I want it to end up being about 6 1/4 tall. So where's my, so 6 1/4 is right here. So I'm going to, yeah, we're just gonna score it right at 6 1/4 to make our pockets. Okay, so you end up with this. And we're gonna cut off some of that inside because it doesn't fold up very nice unless you do that. So if you unfold it again and fold it this way, okay, and this is where your pocket, this is your pocket, all right? The easiest way to do this is to just come in a little bit at your fold and take a bit out of the middle. So you're left with this. And that way you don't have all that bulk in the middle, so it folds up very nicely, okay? And I rounded the corners on mine. You don't have to. I think I even rounded these. Like that, and I don't think I rounded the bottoms. Where's my, oh, I actually did round these parts here, which again, you don't have to, but I like how it looks. Right, and then I used, I bought some of the little 4 packs of Distress ink just to try out some new colors, and this is Scattered Straw. I really like how that looks on the manila folder. All right, so there we go. It's all inked up. Isn't that pretty, that color on there? I like it a lot. Love it. I might have to get a bigger one of those. That was kind of my idea. Try to find, you know, the ones, the colors that I like, and then, you know, I don't have to buy all the big ones. Anyway, all right, so I put a pocket on the front of the other one, but it was a smaller pocket. So I know that this is 4 1/4 across, and I think, let's see, I have the scraps here. I don't know. What does that work out to be? About, let's just do 2 1/2. That works. So 2 1/2 tall. By 4 1/4. And I'm gonna go, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go just a tad less because I don't want it to end up sticking over it all. And we will round 3 of the corners to match, wait, no, just 2 of the corners. 2 of the corners? I keep looking at my, yeah, just 2, the 2 corners to match that side. Like so. And that'll fit perfectly there. So that needs ink. All right, so there is our basic shape. Whoops, sorry about that. And you could sew this together if you wanted to. I'm just gonna use glue. And I'm gonna mat everything first. So let's look at the papers that we have here. These are from that Bloom Boutique by Paper Studio. So I've got a bunch that are 4x6, like I said. Oh, I like these. Okay. Oh, nope, those are the wrong size. Of course they are, but I'm sure I have some that are 4x6. Because I think I do. Maybe. Great. Okay, of course I don't. Oh, no, I do. No, those are different. Yeah. Way to go, Emily. All right, let's do something different then. How about, let me grab a stack here. I have these pink stripy pages. I mean, they don't all have to be the same, so I might actually do those on the front and the back. And then I really wish I had a 4x6 of those red flowers, but I do not. Of course. Okay. Let's use this instead because it has some of the red flowers. So we'll put these on the inside. Like so, obviously under the pockets, like that. And then this will be my front and my back. And then I need pockets. I'd have to use this sideways, so I'm not gonna do that. What about on the inside? We could do that, maybe. Do you have another one? Yes, is it the right size? Sort of. I think that'll be okay. All right, so those will go on the inside, and then I need one for the front. Oh, that makes me sad. All right, how about that? That'll be pretty. All right, so let's cut some of this, and I won't make you watch me ink it and glue it. I will pause and come back. Whoops, okay, that's just a mess. Let's just, okay. So we know for this one that we need to cut that down to 4 and a little, yeah, let's see, we'll do 4 by 2 1/4 on that one. Well, it's already 4, right? Yeah, okay, 2 1/4. Sorry, I'm using the bottom of my, I do this a lot, it's just easier to use the bottom of my trimmer because it just is. All right, so does that work? Yep, that works. And then we want to round just the 2 sides. I think I rounded all of them on the pockets, no matter what, just to make it look nicer. So that'll go there. And then on the inside, my pockets are we'll do 3 3 3/4 by 3. That sounds about right. 3 3/4 by 3. I think we can do this all at one time. Oops. 3 3/4, not 3 1/4. Almost messed it up. All right. Okay, so let's make sure that's actually gonna fit, and I will round all the corners, but yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this and ink and corner punch and glue, and then I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay, so I glued everything in and on and down. And I went ahead and glued the pocket edges. Like I said before, you could sew those if you wanted to. And basically how the glue I used to mat, I used my glue stick in the middle, and then I just used art glitter glue on the edges. It's just way quicker and you use less of the expensive glue. So all I need to do is attach the pocket to the front here. So I just thought I'd do that on camera real quick. So I hope you all are having a fantastic start to your week. It's sunny here, so that's nice. I like sun. Sun is good. All right. Whoops, I didn't put glue on the bottom. What was I thinking? All right. There we go. And you could embellish this further. You know, you could do any number of things, add, you know, lace and fabric and, you know, all the fun stuff that we all have. But you don't have to. And, you know, the less you add to it, the cheaper it will be to send. And I know that that is a big deal because it can get quite pricey nailing things. And we all want to, you know, be able to share with our fellow crafters. So finding a cheaper way to do that is always a good thing. So then we can just fill this up. So, you know, however you want to do that. We're not going to be able to use the 4x6 pieces. I'll have to cut those down, but that's fine. For right now, we'll just put in some of the smaller pieces. And these I'll put in the front because they're super small. And what else do we have? Yeah, I'll cut these down because I did not plan ahead. Definitely want some of that in there. Some of that. So yeah, guys, that's it. So I hope you join along on this challenge. Use up some of your scraps and send them on to a new home. And if you do, remember to use that hashtag hmscrappacks, and that way we'll all be able to see each other's creations on social media. All right, guys, that's it for now. I hope you have a fantastic day. I will be back soon with the first part of my first design team project for Artsology. But yeah, until then, have a good one. Bye.